mengi, lakini mimi nazungumzia kutoka maana na vile ambavyo kwamba al-Imam Suyuti ameinukuu kwa Ibn Abbasi akaiweka katika tafsiri yake. Kwa hiyo Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala anasema bifadlillah, kwa fadhila ya Mwenyezi Mungu ambao kwamba ni Qur'ani. Kisha baada ya fadhlillah wa birahmatihi, na kwa rahma ya Mwenyezi Mungu, akinasibisha na aya gani? Hoja gani iliyoshikwa? Hoja aliyoishika ni kwamba Mwenyezi Mungu anasema, Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala anasema wama arsalnaka illa rahmatan lil alamin, hatuja kutuma ewe Muhammad isipokuwa wewe ni rehema kwa ulimwengu, ni rehema kwa vilivyoko katika ulimwengu huo. Na ndio maana Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam alikuwa na huruma hata kwa viumbe wengine, hata wanyama, hata wadudu. Sasa Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam ni lazima atajwe sifa zake, wa rafa'ana laka dhikraka, tumekuinulia utaji wako ya Muhammad. Na wala si jambo la kufika watu wakaanza kutesana, kukosana na kutengana, ni masala yapo. Kwa hiyo Mwenyezi Mungu Subhanahu wa Ta'ala akizungumza qul bifadlillahi wa birahmatihi fabidhalika falyafrahu huwa khairun mimma yajmaun. Ukisema kullu muhdathatin au man sanna fil islam sunnatan hasana, tujue sunnatan hapo kuna kitu kinaitwa jalbul mafsada, kuna jalbul masaliha na kuna dar'ul mafsada. Kuna am biwajhi, kuna khas biwajhi. Masala haya ni lazima yafahamike. Na ukiangalia katika usul al-fiqh wanasema la tathbutu al-khususiyatu illa bidalili. Na wale ukisema kuwa hii ilikuwa wakati wa Mtume sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Mtume katika hadithi hii hakusema man sanna fi hayati, bali alisema man sanna fil islami, hakusema man sanna fi hayati. Angesema man sanna fi hayati ingekuwa masala mengine. Na watu wa usulul fiqh wanatuambia al-ibratu bi umumi al-lafzi la bi khususi as-sabab. Mazingatio ya nasi huangaliwa, je, yamegonga kitu fulani, basi kawa ina nani, lakini hiyo si ni sababu kuwa haya yalizungumza wakati wa nani basi imekuwa ni ikhlas. La, bali haya tunazungumza kwa kutoa ikhtilafu zilizoko katika umma. Watu wapendane, watu wao kitu kimoja, watu wajenge taifa lao, watu wajenge jamii zao, waongoze kisawa, waambie watu yaliyo kisawa sawa. Kuna mambo mengi kwamba yametusurround sisi, ambao kwamba ni janga kubwa. Leo utaona watu wengi wamekaa bila ndoa. Leo vijana wengi wameingia katika masala ya ulevi. Tuwaongoze watu leo wamekosana, mafamilia nyingi sana saizi hawaelewani, watu wametengana mpaka kwenye manyumba ya Mwenyezi Mungu, acha tusiseme nje. Kwa hiyo billahi tawfiki, tukifikia hapo Mwenyezi Mungu tujalie tuwe watu wa kitu kimoja, watu wenye kupendana. Mambo ya ikhtilafu ya umma tuyaachane na katika umma, kwa sababu ni ijtihadia. Utaona hawa wameshika ni ijtihadia, wanayepinga ni ijtihadia, kama vile ilivyozuliwa kugawanya tauhidi tatu, na hii ni bid'a, lakini bid'atun hasana. Wassalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Katika Qur'an tukufu Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala anatuamuru tukumbushane, kwani kukumbushana kunawafaa waumini. Kwa mujibu wa hadithi, Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam anatushauri tueneze ujumbe wake angalau kwa aya moja. Basi tunatia ari kufanya ambacho ni jukumu la kila Muislamu, kukumbushana mema na kukatazana maovu. Tunakuletea mawaidha za mashehe, wataalam, maustadh, madrasa, makala spesheli na Ukti Fatuma Yakub, mafunzo na historia za mitume na maswahaba, na burudani kupitia nashid na wasifu za munshid. Tazama ukumbi wa Kiislamu nami Alishe kila Ijumaa saa 9:30 katika KBC Channel 1.
Hivi wewe usomi magazeti? wewe ukaniletea mtoto wa kiume. Yatawezekana wapi chumba hiki na chumba hiki?
Kuna ubaya gani?
Wewe, tengeneza chai ya watu wawili. Fanya faster. Huyu amechoka, anasikia njaa, hana bwana, hana mume. Na huyu umesikia mwenyewe amesema hana nini jamaa.
Sasa wewe kuja hapa. Huu mzigo unaachia nani?
Nisaidie kwa muda tu.
Unaachia nani mzigo?
Lazima atatoka ndani ya nyumba aende akafe mbele.
Ni wajibu wako wewe Mkenya kila kukicha kuomba Mungu Kenya iwe vile ilivyo.
Na mimi naomba sana.
Good morning, viewer, and welcome again to your favorite TV channel, KBC Channel 1. It's always my pleasure to have you on board. It's a wonderful, good-looking day, and I give God all the glory. Are you ready to join the team? Wow, I have my good friend all the way from Beta, Rusinga. Good morning, bro.
Good morning.
You're good?
Salam.
Your face can tell it all.
Thank you.
On the other side, I have my good friend, Kijana wa Juzi, Bwana James Kitazi. They call me CMG Agwing Sudadek, a man from the lake. We are going to start with simple workout. Today we'll take you through tennis, golf, and a little bit of football training. So I'll invite my good friend, Beta Express, our DJ Otila. Are you ready? Yeah. Give us something, bro. Let's go here. It's nice, very nice to sweat in the morning, I'm telling you. Very lovely. Here you go. My camera, Jimmy. There we go. Thank you so much, bro. Here we go. Take it round. Take it round. Kijana wa Juzi, James Kitasi. Thank you, bro. Wider. Hands here. Here we go. Look at my arms. Shoulder here. Here we go. Shoulder. Give us something, bro. Come here.
Hapo tu. Taratibu. Hapa nzuri sana. Nisha mafuta kwa mwili. Hivyo tushikile pale. Haya hapa sasa. Warming up kidogo tu. Atwende 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Juu kidogo tu. Kwa pole tu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hapo. Ninyoshe tu. Na bado 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haya hapa sasa twende jamani. Tuamke. Siku nyingine Mwenyezi Mungu ametupa nguvu. Tufanye kazi sasa. Msha mwili.
Ndio hiyo.
Hivyo tu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hapo chini. Shikilia tu. Taratibu tu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jinsi tunazofanya kule Mbita. Kila asubuhi tunamkia mazoezi mwanzo. Na tunaingia kazi zetu.
Mbita ndio Rusinga?
Maeneo hayo. 6, 7, 8, 9. Kiuno hapa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hasi, shikilia hapa. Ona. Kidogo tu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pande mwingine twende. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chini kidogo, chini kidogo, chini. Uwezo wako tu. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kazi nzuri. Hapa tu. Kanyagia. Sasa jinsi ambavyo Agons alivyowaambia, tunaleta mambo tofauti hapa KBC. Ndio mambo yote utakuja kuelewa kwamba kila kitu mazoezi. Leo tutafanya golf, tutafanya boxing, tutafanya soka, tutafanya mbio, maana tunajivunia kama Wakenya kukimbia, ni sababu Kwa hivyo shikilia pale tu. Bado 1, 2, 3, 4. Ya maana sana ni kwamba kama kawaida mimi ni bingwa kuchanganya mambo Nitafanya mazoezi kwa wakati huo tunafanya stretching. Kwa hivyo usitie shaka. Uko na wenyeji, uko na magwiji tu. Naam. Haya. Shikilia pale, kanyaga ange. Bado 5 tu. Bado 4. Bado 3. 2. Haya, taratibu. Maana tunataka ku stretch kidogo tu. Ona, pale. Hivyo. Haya. Breathe in. Out. In. Muhimu sana, tuliza roho kabisa, maana tunaanza mazoezi. Ndio tunaanza, bado ngoma. Breathe in. And out. One more time. Breathe in. Shikilia pale juu. Kiwa pale juu, leta hapa, jinyoshe juu. Nyosha mikono zako juu. Naam. Stretch your arms, your tricep for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Haya, jipinde kidogo tu kwa uwezo wako. Hizi mazoezi unaweza fanya hata kama umeketi. 5, 4, 3, 2. Haya, kanyaga wide kidogo tu. Tulize roho kidogo pale. Nyosha magoti. Nyoshe magoti. Hivyo. Kaji uwezo wako. Hivyo, hii stretch unafaa kuisikia hapa. Naam. Hamstrings, maana tunafanya leo soka, tuna athletics, tuko na golf, kuna tennis, mambo mengi. Haya, pande wako kushoto, guza. Kama utaweza kuguza vidole kadri uwezo wako. Mazoezi tunasema ni uzoefu tu. Ni ujuzi. Na usije ukafanya mambo baadaye kesho ukose. Na mpando mwingine taratibu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Haya basi. Sasa it's a sports day. It's a sports day in wherever you go. Semeni parents day, umeenda shuleni pale, wazazi waambia haya, atakuona nani atakuwa namba 1 kwa mbio za kuzunguka mzunguko mmoja ule. Bana we, usije ukabaki tu. Waambie kila siku asubuhi wewe unafanya zoezi na timu ya GRP KBC. Ndio hivyo sasa channel 1. Kwa hivyo wewe ni hatari, moto wa kotea mbali. Ona hapa, tunataka kwenda 100 meters. 100 meters. Hii ni zoezi ambayo mtazamaji inayeyusha mafuta. Hii ndio wengi wanasema wanataka ku lose weight. Sasa ona habari ndio hii, ku lose weight ukitaka kwenda 100 meters ndio hivyo. Ona pale. Haya, muone. Naomba muone mwanzo 100 meters yetu. Tutakuwa tuko hapa tu. Sasa ukiwa unaniangalia vizuri, utaona magoti yatoka juu, yainuka juu. Naam, uko tayari? Uwezo wako hapa tu. Rafiki yangu, hapa tu, lakini kadri ya uwezo tembeza mkono. Haya, tuko tayari, twende basi. Haya. 1, 2, 3, 4, hivyo. 5, 6, hivyo mkono. 7, kazi nzuri baba. 8, 9, 10. Asante sana. 100 meters chini ya sekunde 10. Ni championship. Champion chini ya sekunde 10 baba we. Jipigie makofi. Na breathe kidogo. Sasa pale umefanya mazoezi ya kukimbia, tutayarudia tena na tena. Lakini kila wakati nikimaliza nawapea stretch. Hivyo msitie shaka. Stretch kidogo, tulia. Nyosha mgongo. Pinda mgongo kidogo tu. Kwa pale chini. Swing kidogo. Sema swing kidogo tu. 1, 2, 3. Ni muhimu sana ili uweze catch up your breath again before you go for the semi-finals of the 100 meters. Naam, haya tuamke. Mko ready? Runners, mko ready for the second set? Aha, masaa zenu. Ndivyo. 3, 2, twende. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Twende 7. 8, usishindwe. 9, 10 bado. 1, 2, pigania ndugu yangu. 5, 4, 3, 2. Kazi nzuri. Relax kidogo pale, umefika mwisho utepo, unaona vijana wanajionyesha vifua. Kazi nzuri, maana umefanya mazoezi asubuhi. Unajisikiaje? Kazi umeshinda Ndio muhimu sasa. Sasa nataka kustretch kifua kidogo tu. Kifua hayo kidogo ndio hewa iweze kuingia. Twende pale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haya, tunaenda katika finali. Ilikuwa ni semi final ile. Sasa tunaenda katika final yenyewe ya 100 meters. Naam,
Kitasi atachukua.
Hapa sasa shafika kwenye robo finali, nusu finali. Kitasi leo utashindwa. Waangalie wale mashabiki wanauliza, je, itakuwa vipi? Haya, acha tuone. Uko tayari? Haya, tuone. 1, 2, 3. Mzee umeanza mwanzo bwana. Taratibu.
Hapa tuna wazee.
Kijana juzi. Kwa hivyo tuende moja kwa moja. 1, 2, 3 mwenzangu, twende sasa. Final round. Inua magoti juu. Waki wako, unaona? Ulisema unataka kupunguza mafuta, unataka kupunguza tumbo. Hapa ndio mambo yote. Inua magoti yako juu. Kifua ikuwe juu. Kuchonjo. Focus in your workout. Hivyo. 1, 2, 3, kazi nzuri hiyo. 5, 6, kweli kazi nzuri. 7, 8, 9. Asanteni. Kanyagia pale, ukiendelea hivi pole, ukistretch, kazi nzuri. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Shapata kushinda. Unaweza chapa dance kidogo, nenda kwa mashabiki pale, chapa dance kidogo tu. 1, 2, 3. Haya yote ni mazoezi. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Haya kidogo, nataka udance mpaka chini. Ona. Tuona nani atafika chini ule hapo. 1. Ona mikono zangu pale. Nenda na mimi, usiniache nisikuache. Hapo tu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kazi nzuri sana. Tu stretch kidogo hamstring zetu. Hapa tu, shikilia. Naomba siku zote nyosha magoti. Focus on your hamstring. Na hivyo. 1, 2, 3. Hivyo. Unaona? Hivyo. Jinsi tulivyo hapo. Nisikia hapo hivi. 5, 6, 7. Nakumbuka kubreathe. Good job. Geuka pande mwingine. Taratibu tu. Nyosha mguu. Vidole ziangalie juu. Focus yako just stretch is on the hamstring. Hapo. As you breathe, pumua vizuri tu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kazi nzuri. Haya, mchezo wa pili upo na kuja. Mchezo wa pili tuko kwenye ndondi.
Ndondi ndio
boxing. Nyumbani pale jamaa anasema dawa yako hiyo Nyumbani pale jamaa anasema sodata sodi.
Sodata sodi. Sisemi kitu.
Kuguza ni kuguza.
Hiyo ni lugha gani sodata sodi?
Kimexican kidogo hivi. Kama utakuwa na uwezo wa kusikia. Sawa. Haya. Boxing. Kawaida. Simame hivi.
South Pole or North Pole?
Shikilia pale ukiwa nyumbani, bora mguu mmoja ipo mbele, uko imara. Takukue pale. Kunja mikono yako hivi.
Kitasi atatoboa
kabisa. Ona. Twenda hivi. Ona. Mwanzo hivi. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. 1. Haya. Taratibu. Kwacha wenzetu nyumbani watupate vizuri sasa Mshakuwa tayari? Uko tayari? Haya. Tayari? Wako tayari pale nyumbani. Haya, twende. Pam pam. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 atende 1 2 1 2 1 2 ni zoezi 1 2 usikia 1 2 1 2 1 2 na bado twende 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 1 2 twende 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 jump jump twende bado 5 bado 4 3 2 1. Kazi nzuri sana, asante asante sana. Stretch kidogo tu mkono hivi, shoulder hivyo, stretch it kidogo for 5 seconds. 4 3 taratibu tu 2. Hapa nakwambia unafanya zoezi na magwiji. Hapa ndio ngome kuu ya mazoezi.
Waambie umesema wapi?
Hapa KBC.
Shikilia hapo.
Gear up ndio ngome kuu. Haya. Sasa upande mwingine. Uko tayari? Boxing
mkono ile nyingine.
Mkono wa kushoto huo. Ama huo mwingine ulianza na ipi inategemea. Haya. Wewe lazima usimame vizuri. Kanyaga vizuri.
Hivi ama
hivyo ni sawa, lakini usije chunga usianguke.
Kwa hivyo
ni kupata hapo. Kunja ngumi zako. Ni zoezi nzuri, maana you are working your arms, na core, na your heart. Twende. Pam pam. Pam pam. Pam pam. Let's go. Twende. Pam pam. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 bado 4 3. Twende 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 2 mwisho. Kazi nzuri. Haya, tuta stretch kidogo, tunamalizia kuamka hivyo na kufanya haya mazoezi.
Unaona mwisho wake kweli?
Haina mwisho.
Tunamaliza tu kwa
leo. Kisha asubuhi ndivyo tu breathe in and out. Shikilia pale sasa, naomba tulie. Nyosha hizo mikono. Lock. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Peleka juu. Jipinde kidogo kama una uwezo wa kuguza chini jamani. Kitambo tulikuwa tunaweza guza. Kwa sasa ndio hivyo. Kazi mzuri. 4 3 2 1. Haya. Hapa mbele. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Kazi nzuri sana. Pande mwingine tukimalizia, nyosha bavu zako, na upande mwingine tena. Mungu akitujalia tena siku nyingine jamani, tuamke na mazoezi. Chochote kile unachokifanya tutashukuru. Amka, ukimbia, cheza ndondi kidogo, shadow sparring, agwens. Sisemi zaidi ndugu yangu. Kazi nzuri. Ona nilipotoka jasho
kama kitasi ametoboa.
Je wewe pale.
Nasema shukrani sana mpendwa mtazamaji. Kama kijana wa juzi, kitasi binjo hapo bwana. Umetoboa?
Umetoboa.
Umetoboa. Bro. Umesema hiyo. Good job bro. Umetoboa. Sisemi kitu. Asante sana rafiki yangu kutoka maeneo wa Sindoland, anaitwa Alvis Obonyo. Producer yetu bwana Steve aliuliza asubuhi amemanajaje kuja hapa. Amekuja na kalapapla. Sijui kalapapla ni nini. Ile lugha yao yenyewe sijui ni chopa. Kujitolea kwake watu wasema asante. Na pia mtazamaji kwa pale nyumbani tunasema shukrani sana kwa muda wako kujitolea kuhakikisha kwamba KBC Channel 1 ni station ambayo inaongoza kote nchini bila kupingwa. Wengi wameniuliza siri ni nini? Fitina, chuki na mapendeleo tumeweka kando, bali kuweka bidii ya mchwa. Wananiita CMG Agwins Woodode. Kama ukipenda Clement Mark George. God bless you. See you tomorrow.
unachapwa, unakuwa humiliated mbele ya watu, lakini unapata uwezi shtaki, sababu ukishtaki utafungiwa barabara ya kwenda Bungu.
Kondo ya mwisho na nini? Na kufi. Na katika ulimwengu ya kiroho, unajua litwangwa hiyo kofi ni Mikaeli. Sasa mimi nauliza wewe. Bila nabii ungekuwa wapi?
Mimi angekuwa Bachola.
Unajua utapata shida.
Wewe ndio malaika ama sijakuelewa bado?
No. I'm his prophet.
Huyu yeye ni nani anawababaisha hivyo?
Bila anakusomeanga maisha yako vile iko.
Na wewe unaamini?
Makwa. Ni kweli sasa. Ulikuwa umejua list ya millionaires ulikuwa umeingia.
Le hamba ya papa.
One of the millionaires.
Billionaire?
Si ndio?
Akinirudisha tu kwa hiyo namba. Tafadhali nirudishe.
Katika Qur'an tukufu Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anatuamuru tukumbushane, kwani kukumbushana kunawafaa waumini. Kwa mujibu wa hadithi, Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam anatushauri tueneze ujumbe wake angalau kwa aya moja. Basi tunatia ari kufanya ambacho ni jukumu la kila Muislamu, kukumbushana mema na kukatazana maovu. Tunakuletea mawaidha za mashehe, wataalam, maustadh, madrasa, makala spesheli na Ukti Fatuma Yakub, mafunzo na historia za mitume na maswahaba, na burudani kupitia nashid na wasifu za munshid. Tazama ukumbi wa Kiislamu nami Alishe kila Ijumaa saa 9:30 katika KBC Channel 1.
It's art, it's culture, it's fun, it's attitude.
As you can see with me, I have this handkerchief. And is it really a handkerchief or is it?
My name is Kevin Kasioki. Please join me each and every Friday at 8 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
In a world where news is ever-changing, staying informed is more important than ever.
Join us every week on News Check, your go-to show for the latest in current affairs, breaking news and in-depth analysis.
A warm welcome to KBC News Check.
From politics to global events, we bring you content that matter to you.
We're not just speaking about the governance and how we want to see it, but want to actually participate.
Get your facts, hear from the experts, and really understand what is happening around you.
We need to change our system first.
You have to do the impossible to make sure the message is home.
Stay ahead, stay informed, stay engaged.
Will these people, everybody agree?
Just listen to me.
Let's give him a chance to clear the air.
Catch News Check every Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Only on KBC Channel 1.
Praise the Lord. My name is Pastor Tim Wangi, and I want to invite you for a life-changing, transformative show.
I was blinded and thrown to the floor on my knees, just like Saul.
Conversations.
Gen Z ni nani? Boldness mnatoa wapi?
Kuna mentality fulani yenye inakujenga, si a rebellion really, but ni ya ku-question system.
Engagements that are life-changing and provocative.
When you are young, your core business should be to create value in yourself.
Join me, DJ Andy C, bringing to you Kingdom Vibe, full of gospel bangers.
Join us for Angaza Show.
Every Saturday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Only on KBC Channel 1.
Kaya Musa.
It is always a good time on Bridge over Congo.
Catch us every Saturday from 10 p.m. till midnight.
Join me, the Rumba Supreme Leader and the Grand Ayatollah Simeon Mfumo Kimbango and
Winnie Marie Jose, Bridge over Congo.
Mungu esilaka no nzungu te kasiyelingia Mungu esilaka no.
Chumvi huyeyuka chunguni lakini ladha yake hubakia.
It's art, it's culture, it's fun, it's attitude.
As you can see with me, I have this handkerchief. And is it really a handkerchief or is it?
My name is Kevin Kasioki. Please join me each and every Friday at 8 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
Habari muhimu ni zile zinazoathiri maisha yako, na zinapojiri tuko hapo.
Tunakuletea habari zinazojiri nchini na kimataifa.
Hakuna kabila ambayo iko hapa Kenya kwa malipo ya mwingine.
Mambo ya matibabu isiwe starehe ya watu wa dosi.
Tunakufahamisha kila wakati ili uwe tayari kwa yajayo.
We will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Katika ulimwengu unaosonga kwa kasi, usahihi wa habari ni muhimu.
The only thing that has changed, Senator Khalwale, is that you are defending the indefensible.
If you allow me as a bullfighter, I'll fix him here and now and it will be sorted out.
You were doing very well until you brought out your character of bullfighting.
Tunakupa habari sahihi na zisizoegemea upande wowote.
Pindi tu walioteuliwa wataidhinishwa na bunge la kitaifa.
Na ni hapa ndipo
Darubini,
kila siku ya Jumatatu na Jumanne
saa 1 jioni.
I never heard a music so sweet. I repeat.
Well, go on, me brethren, big things are going. Remember, each and every Monday we have to shell down the place with nothing but the best of smooth way the vibes in your favorite station. You know these things, man.
Alafu kila Tuesday, kata simu tupo side, giving you Kenyan music from the 254.
And of course, you can spice up your Wednesday by enjoying blazing hot hip-hop and R&B jams.
We don't got no label. She say she want bottles.
Vibes and vibes as we go all across Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, all the way to Tanzania to give you nothing but the best on Afro Thursday. Make sure you make a date with us each and every single Friday. With me, DJ_Liza Diva,
DJ Cold,
and me, Wanjiko. This is Club One Extra.
Unanifanya nisikie kunyongwa. Hatija ai, money especially ukisonga.
Chapa unakuwa humiliated mbele ya watu, lakini unapata uwezi shtaki, sababu ukishtaki utafungiwa barabara ya kwenda bunge.
Kondo ya mwisho na nini? Na kufi. Na katika ulimwengu ya kiroho, unajua litwangwa hiyo kofi ni Mikaeli. Sasa mimi nauliza wewe. Bila nabii ungekuwa wapi?
Mimi angekuwa Bachonga.
Unajua utapata shida.
Wewe ndio malaika ama sijakuelewa bado?
No. I'm his prophet.
Huyu yeye ni nani anawababaisha hivyo?
Pina anakusomeanga maisha yako vile iko.
Na wewe unaamini?
Makwa. Kweli sasa. Ulikuwa umejua list ya millionaires ulikuwa umeingia?
Lehamba ya papa.
One of the millionaires.
Billionaire?
Si ndio?
Akinirutisha tu kwa hiyo namba. Tafadhali nirutishe.
Katika Qur'an tukufu Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anatuamuru tukumbushane, kwani kukumbushana kunawafaa waumini. Kwa mujibu wa hadithi, Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam anatushauri tueneze ujumbe wake angalau kwa aya moja. Basi tunatia ari kufanya ambacho ni jukumu la kila Muislamu, kukumbushana mema na kukatazana maovu. Tunakuletea mawaidha za mashehe, wataalam, maustadh, madrasa, makala spesheli na Oktifatuma Yakub, mafunzo na historia za mitume na maswahaba, na burudani kupitia nashid na wasifu za munshid. Tazama ukumbi wa Kiislamu nami Alishe kila Ijumaa saa 9:30 katika KBC Channel 1.
It's art, it's culture, it's fun, it's attitude.
As you can see with me, I have this handkerchief. And is it really a handkerchief or is it?
My name is Kevin Kasioki. Please join me each and every Friday at 8 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
In a world where news is ever changing, staying informed is more important than ever.
Join us every week on News Check, your go-to show for the latest in current affairs, breaking news and in-depth analysis.
A warm welcome to KBC News Check.
From politics to global events, we bring you content that matter to you.
We're not just speaking about the governance and how we want to see it, but want to actually participate.
Get your facts, hear from the experts, and really understand what is happening around you.
We need to change our system first. You have to do the impossible to make sure the message is home.
Stay ahead, stay informed, stay engaged.
Will these people, everybody agree?
Just listen to me.
Let's give him a chance to clear the air.
Catch News Check every Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Only on KBC Channel 1.
Praise the Lord. My name is Pastor Tim Mwangi, and I want to invite you for a life-changing, transformative show.
I was blinded and thrown to the floor on my knees, just like Saul.
Conversations.
Gen Z ni nani? E-boldness mnatoa wapi?
Kuna mentality fulani yenye inakujenga, si a rebellion really, but ni ya ku-question system.
Engagements that are life-changing and provocative.
When you are young, your core business should be to create value in yourself.
Join me, DJ Andy C, bringing to you Kingdom Vibe, full of gospel bangers.
Join us for Angaza Show.
Every Saturday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Only on KBC Channel 1.
It is always a good time on Bridge over Congo.
Catch us every Saturday from 10 p.m. till midnight.
Join me, the Rumba Supreme Leader and the Grand Ayatollah Simeon Mfumo Kimbango and
Winnie Marie Jose, Bridge over Congo.
Mungu esilaka na nzungu te kasielenge Mungu esilaka na
Chumvi huyeyuka chunguni, lakini ladha yake hubakia.
Good morning. Some few minutes after dawn here in Nairobi, you're watching KBC Channel 1. This is day 2 as Kenya enters, or rather marks its 7 days of mourning following the death of former Premier Raila Odinga. Today happens to be a public holiday that was announced yesterday to just give room for people to just honor the man that we have turned the man, the enigma, the myth. I'm Regina Manyara, and we are going to continue with this particular conversation in regard to the impact that Raila Odinga had on Kenya's socio-economic development, as well as just following up with a state funeral that he has been accorded. Looking at back what happened yesterday, just some key highlights of yesterday's events. He arrived, his body arrived from India, Mumbai, and was received by delegates, representatives from government, family, and also members of the public. The scenes that were at JKIA, that will go down in history as quite indeed it was a security breach, but it just showed that Raila the man was loved beyond and will continue being loved even beyond the grave there. We have never seen bodabodas or rather motorbikes accessing an international airport runway, but we did see that yesterday. And that was just pictures from yesterday there. Kenyans wailing, mourning a man who he's more than just Baba, the political enigma as we know him. The some are more than just family. To some, he was someone who led, with a listening ear, as he has been termed by those who have eulogized, that he did not discriminate as to who he would listen to at any time. That was JKI yesterday. That is a presidential pavilion there. The military was leading that particular procession there, and members of the public forced their way to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport as well as the presidential pavilion, insisting that he was their own man and they wanted to honor him even after death. That was yesterday. That procession later then walked all the way to Kasarani Stadium. Kasarani Stadium was a last-minute change after the crowds, people who wanted to honor the man that was Raila Odinga, were too many for the security apparatus of the day to actually control. So rather than getting to Parliament buildings where he was expected to lie in state, the body, the mortal remains of former Premier Raila Odinga were taken to Kasarani Stadium, and as you can see that what replicated itself, what we saw at JKI is what we witnessed at Kasarani Stadium. Throngs of people there shouting, placards there, wailing, and it have been told it's part of the Luo culture, and also very African to mourn and also celebrate at the same time of a life well lived, of a man who Kenya's history when it comes to governance cannot be mentioned without also talking and sharing about, the impact that Raila Odinga had. So good morning. We are on day 2. This is the second day of the 7 days of mourning the former premier. And it is a public holiday, and we are here. We're going to be keeping tabs on what is going to happen on day 2. We expect that we're going to be having a requiem mass at the Nyayo Stadium. We have a crew that is stationed there. We also have a crew stationed at Parliament, and we will be bringing you up to speed on what is happening on ground. Now, to just bring back this conversation to the studio, I'm joined by none other than Reverend Dr. Alphonse Kanga from the National Council of Churches of Kenya. Thank you very much, sir, for making time.
Thank you.
We will be getting back to the heart of the matter, rather the conversations at heart. But we'd want to know, if you were given an opportunity to describe the late premier, that is Raila Odinga, how would you describe him?
First of all, I thank God for what happened yesterday.
Yes.
And one of the things I learned yesterday was simple. Kenyans can unite, Kenyans can behave when need is there, when they want to. But how do I describe this gentleman? Raila, a man denied crown by the people structures, but yet loved and admired by the people.
Wow, say that again. Let's take that again.
Raila, a man denied crown by the people structures and yet loved and admired by the people.
Denied a crown by the structures, but loved by the people.
By the people and admired.
Loved and admired.
By the people.
We'll be picking up.
And you saw it clear yesterday in what happened and how it went. And again, we can thank the structures, especially the government systems, that yesterday nothing much happened at the airport. There was we cannot count of a life that got lost yesterday, but they were allowed to get in and mourn their style and just do what they wanted to do, and they walked out. I wish we would behave like that in all systems. We would really save a lot of lives.
Yes. Tolerance.
There was tolerance.
All right.
People knew, it united us together. Raila's life and death has united the country together. And to me, that was just great.
All right.
He was an institution by himself.
An institution.
Yes.
Now let's just go down memory lane. We'll be coming back with Reverend Dr. Alphonse Kanga from the National Council of Churches of Kenya, who's described Raila in a statement. A man denied the crown by the systems, but loved by the public. Now, the death of former Premier Minister, that is Raila Odinga, marks the end of an era of a man whose contribution to the country's democratic journey will remain etched in the books of history. And as a country and region mourns his death, we take a trip down memory lane to examine the highs and the lows and his journey in politics, liberation struggles, his significance in the country's political history that earned him the title of both an astute politician and a statesman who puts the country first before self. Joseph Wahungu reflects on the life and the legacy of Raila Odinga.
The late Raila Odinga was born on 7th January 1945 in Maseno, Kisumu County, to the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Kenya's first vice president. He studied in East Germany, graduating from the Technical University of Magdeburg with a degree in mechanical engineering before joining the University of Nairobi as a lecturer and later serving at the Kenya Bureau of Standards. But it was in politics, not engineering, that Raila found his calling, and his political journey was born. His ride into politics was not always smooth sailing, as he often found himself at loggerheads with the government of the day. His push for multi-party was one of the main struggles he will be remembered for that saw him detained severally. His incarceration was not in vain, as his push for multi-party style will come to pass in 1992 when the single-party state was repealed, birthing several parties. Raila was elected Member of Parliament for Langata, a role he played before he took a stab for the presidency in 1997, contesting against the then incumbent President Daniel Moi. He emerged third after losing to Moi. His political influence will grow over the next 5 years, and come 2002, he would once again go against the grain and ditch the ruling party KANU's preferred candidate Uhuru Kenyatta for presidency. He joined forces with the late President Mwai Kibaki and other opposition leaders to form the National Alliance for Rainbow Coalition and endorsed Mwai Kibaki to vie for presidency, a move that saw Kibaki clinch the presidential seat, ending the reign of KANU as the ruling party, which also marked the end of the 24-year rule of Daniel Moi, owing to the constitutional changes that put a two-term presidential limit. Odinga would then move to rebrand his political journey after the 2005 botched constitutional referendum, birthing the Orange Democratic Movement Party with a symbol of an orange.
Tsunami ilikuja haikukuja, iliwapeleka haikupeleka. wale kama sisi ambayo tulibaki tulikaa ndani ya safina ya Nuhu ndio tulinusurika.
He will use this political vehicle to vie for presidency in 2007 general election, contesting against the then incumbent President Mwai Kibaki, who he had backed for presidency in 2002. The 2007 was a hotly contested election, and the results announcing President Mwai Kibaki as the president was disputed, resulting in post-election violence.
Naapa kwamba nitakuwa mwaminifu kwa Jamhuri ya Kenya na kuitumikia kwa moyo wangu wote.
He was voted out. He has stolen the vote. Kenyans cannot tolerate it, and the international community cannot tolerate it.
We are telling Mwai Kibaki it will not be long. He will have to quit State House because he did not win.
In the spirit of reconciliation, Odinga was announced as the Prime Minister. Raila is credited with having championed constitutional reforms that culminated in the 2010 Constitution, a landmark document that entrenched devolution and civil rights. He will later vie for presidency in 2013, 2017 and 2022, each time coming close but failing short of making it as president. Across the nation's borders, Raila is celebrated for serving in various positions, among them the Africa Union High Representative for Infrastructure. And early this year, he took a stab at the position of the Africa Union Commission chairmanship, underscoring his continental influence. He, however, lost, but his political influence did not wane. In March 2025, President William Ruto appointed him Kenya's special envoy to South Sudan, tasked with mediating peace efforts. Even as he transitioned to statesmanship, Raila remained embroiled of Kenya's democratic struggle, revered by supporters and respected by rivals. At the time of his death, Raila had led his Orange Party into government under a broad-based government, and the party he founded in 2005 was preparing to celebrate 20 years of existence next month. He is survived by his wife, Dr. Raila Odinga, and 3 children, including Winnie Odinga, who followed his political footsteps and now serves in the East African Legislative Assembly. As the curtain closes on his legacy, his contribution to independent Kenya is a story that historians will continue to pen for decades, and his ability to reinvent.
Good morning to you, Regina, from Siaya town in Siaya County. We are just right to the CBD, or the business district of the town of Siaya. Maybe if I can recap what happened from yesterday, where we were at Bondo at Kango Kajaramogi, where the homestead of the father of the late Prime Minister Raila Odinga is, where we also got to see the gravesite of the late Prime Minister that was announced earlier by the family. Dr. Oburu was announced earlier by the family. Dr. Oburu Odinga appeared there, and in Luo customs and Luo traditions, he went to take the news to the family of what had happened to the family, and also identify the gravesite according to tradition right next to his father and mother. Remember, the homestead has a lot of buildings and is a vast estate, and also includes the gravesite of the family, including former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's son, Fidel Castro Odinga, who passed on in 2015. So yesterday also marked the point where the family had constituted a committee in Luo Customs, a committee of the homestead, if I may say, of the clan members in the area, who also met with Dr. Oburu Odinga just to talk about the plans of the funeral that is ongoing, that is supposed to continue ongoing and culminating to the final burial on Sunday. And also in the evening we did see the digging up of the actual gravesite. It went on throughout the night, and we saw mourners coming in with lit candles, just lining around the area and putting a vigil throughout the night and mourning, and as is custom in this area, in this part of the world, there was a lot of, wailing and a lot of, mourning. The cars were moving around with leaves and signaling for drivers, the hazard lights, just to show that the mood is despondent. Now, coming up to this morning, right where I am in the middle of Siaya town, the town is just waking up. And when we spoke to members of the public yesterday, they did tell us that the mood is despondent and they are not going to open any shops on Sunday. And even on Saturday, they don't foresee doing anything because they are sad that they lost a son of the soil. Coming into today, we also expect the preparations to continue here in Siaya. And we will make our way to Bondo. We will go and do spot checks around Bondo town there, just to see what is happening and how the preparations are ongoing as we wait to see the procession going on in Nairobi, as we are going to see in Nyayo Stadium. We are going to keep tabs for you to see this side. How are the mourners going to follow that one, and what are the businesses going to do today? We did see some border riders passing through here and just continuing with their wailing and just showing their respect to the late Prime Minister. We still continue to see that cars passing by with leaves. It is custom here that if someone great or a legend has fallen, they put twigs and trees in the vehicle just to show respect. In fact, when we are passing by and we are looking around, cars here just stop on the side of the road and pluck a twig or two from the branches of a tree and put it around the vehicle just to show respect of what has happened here. So, Regina, yes, that is what we have for you right now. We want to pack up our gear and try and make our way to Bondo town, where we'll be able to link up with you again and give you more information on what is happening live in a way that only Channel 1 can do for our viewers. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Alan Aoko, for that particular brief in regard to what is happening down in Siaya town, and that now you're going to be moving to Bondo. And also thank you for the clarity. I was wondering why the twigs. Yesterday, I was actually forced to buy the twigs from bystanders on the road, and it was a must for you to actually access some of the roads, and they were selling at 50 shillings or 20 shillings depending on what you have on hand, and it caught a majority of people unawares. Then I just remembered, these are unprecedented times, and Africa is our business at the end of the day. So thank you for that clarity, Alan Aoko, in regard to that matter, that is a sign of respect. I did not know that. Well, it seems you're going to be carrying twigs the entire 7 days, so it seems. Now back to studio. I am joined by the Regional Chair, National Council of Churches of Kenya, that is Reverend Dr. Alphonse Kanga. And before we actually just looked at the early life of Raila Odinga, you actually termed him as a man who was denied a crown by the systems but loved by the public.
Loved and admired.
Loved and admired by the public. We've referred to Raila Odinga as man of the people, and definitely not the character in Chinua Achebe's book, A Man of the People, that political satire, but a man who would bring people together effortlessly. And yesterday, those who doubted it actually saw it. From your perspective and in your interaction so many years, what is this aspect about Raila's personality that actually made him, or rather endeared him to people, the public?
About interactions, I have interacted with him on several times.
Yes.
The time I interacted with him closely in this perspective of political analysis is during 2007, just before it was declared a prime minister, in that the Archbishop Desmond Tutu came in the country, and by God's grace, I was requested to accompany him, to take care of him in the country. So I took the Desmond Tutu to Orange House. We went to State House. After that, we moved to Orange House. And I found Raila seated with his mark of the handkerchief, the mark of the suffering he has gone through. And that's the time I saw him. We were talking to him, and a sign of humility. I thought it was a sign of humility because he would wipe his eye and then continue talking to us. Raila, conviction, he had a very strong conviction of the things he believed in him. His focus on what he believed in was just amazing. So what made him what he is, I think, is his focus and what he trusted in. Raila valued unity than anything else. Actually, I'll say Raila has fought the good fight. And he finished the race. And he kept the faith of the hand, extending a hand of unity. Raila has kept the faith. He has died extending the faith of unity. You can count several times. Raila, if he was just an arrogant human being who did not care about the people, he would have done a lot, especially those scenarios. The scenario of 2007, the scenario with his brother Uhuru, the scenario with his brother Ruto. If you looked at it, all what has gone around, Raila had a specific conviction, and he was a people-first person.
A people-first person. That those who would actually, criticize that particular, view, and we have seen over the years, he's been referred to as in many names. Some of them not positive, and one of them was that he was selfish. He was always looking out for himself. That he would not take, the results as they were. In that context, does it sit well with you that those who totally believe that he took advantage of the charisma and the love that people had for him to just push the political agenda?
I'll not look at it from that dimension. To me, Raila argued to a particular level. What made him where he was? What led him to become a prime minister? Of course, he was at a particular level, you'll argue. How many have been able to reach that level, whereby the people come and bring you to a particular level, and then you realize the structure is against you, and then you turn around and extend a hand of unity? That will not say that you are selfish, but you have a conviction. Because if Raila was selfish, he would have taken a stand that would have messed us as a people, that would have brought us to a corner where we would not have been able to recover. We know of many African countries where people have taken stands. We know of our neighbors who have taken stands many years. People have died, and people have taken a stand. Some have ran in the bush. But look at Raila. When he comes back, extends a hand, and they are calling themselves brothers, and within a short time you realize the country is back. Raila has sought the seat with a lot of, he has sought a seat of frustration, but out of that seat, we have harvested joy. He sought a seat of frustration, but we harvest joy out of that. Many people have harvested joy out of that. Look at the Grand Coalition, what happened. Look at what happened when he was a prime minister. Look at what they were able to do with the Excellency Kenyatta and Kibaki, what they did and what they accomplished. So you can be sure all what happened, it was because Raila had a conviction, he was focused, he knew what he wanted, but he put people first and then the rest follow. First and then the rest follow. The rest of the issues follow.
People first and the rest follows.
Yes.
Now talking about what, we continue hearing of what people think about Raila's legacy. I'd want to rope in my colleague from the other side of the studio, that is Abdiaziz Ashim, who also has a panel this morning as we continue to just go down memory lane, looking at Raila Odinga's legacy, and also just bringing you up to speed on the funeral proceedings, so to speak. Remember, this is a state funeral. We saw what we saw